My name is Mark Leguillon. I live in 9355 McKinney Road, long-term resident of the community, and a graduate of the Loveland School District. I believe most of the people in our community believe in a good quality education. However, I believe a millage of 16.75 is absurd. If this levy would pass, it will put thousands of our residents on a fixed income in financial burden or at financial risk. This would include many others who live paycheck to paycheck, and I believe renters should be concerned. If the levy passes, it's almost a certainty that their landlords will pass this cost on to them. The average additional tax burden for folks who live within the district is about 42%. Please explain to me anything that goes up 42% and lasts for 37 years, 38 years, whatever the number is. Just an example of one of my neighbors. He pays currently $2,099 in school tax, which is above 60% of his tax. This would add to his burden of $878, bringing him to just short of $3,000. That doesn't include county levies, township levies, and the rest. Since is talking about placing 3 levies on the ballot next year. I don't know what the city of Loveland's planning. I'm happy and proud that the Loveland School District has achieved the excellence in education award. And we need to thank staff and students for getting that award. I have a few questions I hope that the superintendent and the school board will respond to in writing and release the answers to the media in writing within 7 days so that we're real transparent as to where the board is and so on. My question is there some kind of super duper award that passing this levy the school district's going to achieve? I can't seem to find it. And how would this drastically improve the education to the students? How does spending $10 to $12 million, and I'm hoping those numbers are correct, on AstroTurf and engineered athletic fields improve the education of students? I haven't heard that answer. I'd like someone to answer that. Is there a direct correlation between AstroTurf fields and improvement in grade point averages? I can't find anything that shows that. I understand that the board spent $100,000 of taxpayer money that is not refundable on the property in question, and is committed to $78 million plus or minus additional dollars without the levy having been passed. I see this as an extortion part of the program or your plan. I am just waiting for a representative at some point to stand up and say, well, if we don't go forward, we're going to lose the $100,000. If this sounds familiar, that is exactly what happened with the city of Cincinnati and their streetcar, if that doesn't sound familiar to you. So I really want to tell you how I feel. I'm angry. I see this as careless and irresponsible.
Mr. Vaughn, you're at the 3 minutes, so if you could wrap up, please.
Okay. Now I'm going to give you a hypothetical. If the taxpayers could demand a 42% reduction to the entire school district's budget, how do you think the district would react to it? Especially if it was only for 37 years. I view that as the exact reverse of what you're asking for the taxpayers. I understand that the last levy that passed was 5.6 mils, and I won't go into it because I'm running out of time. My last point I really would like to make is that I'd like to talk about process and reality. I understand that we hire consultants during this process. I'm going to give you my opinion of consultants. They exist for two reasons. The first is to tell you existing problems and things you should have already known. And the big one, they tell you what you want to hear, whether you can afford it or not.
In respect to everybody else's time, I need you to wrap up, please. You're at the 4.5 minutes.
I'm right there.
Okay.
Did their report include the part that the levy will bankrupt some of our residents? I'm sure it did not. It doesn't concern them, they're consultants. But it should concern you. Thanks very much.
Thank you. You have questions there? Do you want to leave the
I will
questions
be
with
happy to
me?
give you a copy.
I can't write as fast as you.
No, I appreciate that. Who will I give?
I'll take it.
And I think that's fair for the taxpayers to hear your written responses.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Yeah, we are.